Hello and welcome to AI TV News. The Louvre in Paris, usually the world's busiest museum, is closed today after an audacious daylight robbery of priceless French crown jewels. Shortly after the doors opened at 9:30 a.m. on Sunday, a small team of thieves executed a raid that lasted just 7 minutes. Visitors still filing through the glass pyramid were hurried outside as police locked down the complex, turning one of Paris's top tourist sites into a crime scene. The target was the Galerie d'Apollon, a soaring, gilded hall designed in the 1660s for Louis XIV, the Sun King. Today, it houses the crown jewels, dazzling symbols of French power and prestige. The thieves smashed 2 display cases and removed 3 pieces that once belonged to Napoleon Bonaparte and Empress Eugenie, a necklace, a brooch, and a tiara. Officials describe their value as inestimable. The gems and gold matter less than the history they embody. One consolation, if it can be called that, is that the celebrated 140-carat Regent diamond was left untouched. Investigators say the operation was both professional and meticulously planned. Renovation scaffolding on the Seine-facing side of the Louvre created a weak point. Using a cherry picker or basket lift, 3 or 4 masked intruders reached an upper-story window, then cut through the frame with a disc cutter. Once inside, they headed straight for their targets, smashed the cases, and fled on waiting motorcycles, disappearing into Paris traffic before the first patrol cars arrived. France's Culture Minister Rachida Dati and Interior Minister Laurent Nunez visited the scene within hours, signaling how seriously the government is treating the theft. The Paris prosecutor has opened a major investigation for organized theft and criminal conspiracy, handled by a specialized unit that tracks trafficking in cultural goods. Detectives are now reviewing every second of security footage, mapping the escape route, and interviewing staff. In a potentially useful break, a small damaged crown fragment was found just outside the building, proof the thieves may have dropped evidence in their rush. The incident has reignited debate over museum security. If a gang can breach the Louvre equipped with cameras, alarms, guards, and armored glass, what does that mean for smaller institutions? Experts note that construction zones often create blind spots, and determined criminals study them closely. The robbery also follows the recent theft of gold nuggets from Paris's National Museum of Natural History, hinting at a troubling pattern. The Louvre, of course, is no stranger to scandal. In 1911, an employee slipped the Mona Lisa under his coat and walked out, inadvertently turning the painting into the planet's most famous artwork. Still, that theft was almost casual compared with today's smash and grab. This was a rapid, militarized strike aimed at objects too famous to sell openly. So where could the jewels go? Moving them intact would attract instant attention. Disassembling them would destroy much of their historical worth. Investigators will therefore look for wealthy private collectors willing to hide illicit treasures, or for intermediaries who might recut the stones and melt the settings. Either option carries huge risk, and history shows that spectacular art heists often end with recovery after months or years of patient detective work. For now, the Louvre remains shuttered while conservators assess damage and police gather evidence. Parisians, art lovers, and historians worldwide are hoping the pieces resurface quickly, and that the 7-minute assault on French heritage does not result in a permanent loss.